every episode something would happen that would like legitimately leave me shook. Hey guys, it's Kristen, and today we are talking about season 1 of the CW's new show, Roswell, New Mexico. And just like the early 2000s WB series Roswell, this is an adaptation of the Roswell High book series by Melinda Metz. This new series follows Liz Ortecho, the daughter of undocumented immigrants, who returns to her hometown of Roswell, New Mexico to discover that her former high school crush is actually an alien. As the two grow closer, it turns out there's even more secrets and conspiracies going on in their small town. Now, this is a series that was recommended to me by several of you guys, and I have to admit, I am not a huge fan of alien stories, so I was a bit hesitant to check it out. But you know what? I was like, it's the summer, I got some free time, let's watch this. So, what is my final verdict? We are about to get into it, but first, consider subscribing if you like my videos, and of course, drop down in the comments so we can talk about Roswell, New Mexico together. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And I do want to mention that I am reviewing this show by itself as its own thing. I'm not comparing it to the Roswell book series or the show from the 2000s because I did not read or watch those. First of all, I was really impressed with this cast. Jeanine Mason stars as Liz Ortecho, a brilliant biomedical researcher, alongside Nathan Parsons as Max Evans, a Roswell deputy sheriff with a secret. I love how Liz kind of has all these different elements to her. You know, she's sort of jaded at this point, but she also has this real soft spot for the people in her life that she loves. And I swear Nathan Parsons reminds me of a young Milo Ventimiglia. There's also Tyler Blackburn, Michael Trevino, and I just think that all of the characters that we see and follow in the series have such believable connections and relationships and chemistry, and I just thought that overall they did a really great job casting the show. I also really enjoyed the way that they adapted this show in that it gave them a chance to tackle more modern issues in a very organic way. Yes, this is a show about, you know, there's aliens among us, but it goes much deeper than that. They really addressed immigration head on, and they paralleled that with the story of these aliens, and I thought that it kind of gave the show a sort of double meaning. I also thought it was really cool that we got to see Liz being portrayed by a strong Cuban American woman, and that they even incorporated her Latinx culture in the show, and it really was refreshing to see that. They also tackle sexuality and dealing with prejudice and just a lot more topics that felt like they added to the complexities of the storyline. There are some really incredible tributes to like just the 90s and early 2000s with like the titles of the episodes and the music that they play, and they do some really beautiful kind of different covers of some classic like 90s early 2000s songs. I was just like jamming to the soundtrack as I'm like freaking out over all of the crazy alien murder mystery adventures going on. And I think you can also just tell that the people putting this show together had so much love for the original. I did some research, I watched a little bit of the pilot, and you can definitely see the different connections and tributes that they made to that series, you know, from the Crashdown Cafe to the fact that the aliens have to drink something a little bit strange in order to kind of keep up their energy. And we actually get to see the original Roswell lead actress Sherry Appleby direct an episode this season, so I mean, that's tribute enough alone. They actually specifically had her direct the episode Songs About Texas because it involved Liz and Max's first kiss, and it was shot as a homage to Liz and Max's first kiss in the original Roswell episode Heat Wave. And while there are some similarities, I do think that this show is completely its own thing, and it does it well. The pacing is incredible. They are able to pack so much into every single episode, and everything really progresses the storyline forward. You know, I was 2 episodes in and I was like, wow, so much has happened. And one of the best parts of the show to me were all of the twists and turns. Every episode something would happen that would like legitimately leave me shook. They seriously didn't waste a single minute of the show, and I am like kicking myself now for hesitating to watch it because once I started it I couldn't get through it fast enough. And you know, not only is this show about aliens and you know the hot topics that they talk about, but it's also like kind of a murder mystery little adventure that you're going on. And each episode we're learning more and more and more until it all culminates in the finale, which honestly like shook me to my core. And now I can't wait to find out what happens in season 2 after this insane cliffhanger. I haven't felt this excited about a new show in a while, and I truly loved every single minute of this show. And if you are kind of hesitant, maybe on the fence of like, should you watch Roswell, New Mexico, I just want to like shout from the rooftops, like, please watch this show because it is just so incredible, and I know that you won't be disappointed. So if anyone wants to sponsor a video of mine and send me to Roswell, New Mexico to check out like the UFO museums and stuff for season 2, I'm available. If you like this video, you can check out more of my CW reviews right over here. I also talk about Charmed. And drop down in the comments to continue the conversation. I cannot wait to hear what did you think about Roswell, New Mexico. And I'm curious for people who have watched the original or maybe even read the books, how does it compare to those? So leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright, see ya!